So today's more stuff with decimals. So the first project, we're going to take decimals and we're going to write fractions. So does anybody either remember how to do that or want to do the first one? First one, make it a fraction, or just tell me what is the, like what the process is?
It's 3/10.
This is 3/10. Can anybody explain the process there that he used that we can all use to turn any decimal in the universe into a fraction? What's the way?
Since it was the tens place, you just put the number that it is and put it over 10.
Yep, that works for me. So what we're always going to look to do is copy the number, the 3, whatever number you're given, over the place that it's in. So since this 3 finishes in the 10th place, just put it over 10. So if I go 0.71, somebody with an opinion on 0.71?
Oh, 71 over 100.
It goes 71 over 100. Because the 10th place is first, the 100th place is second, just go over the 100th place. Or we could use the cheat code again. If there's 2 positions worth of decimals, do 2 zeros in your place value. 1 position, use 1 0. So if I go 0.429,
49 over 1,000.
that would be 429 on top of 1,000. Because there's 3 positions, we're going to go 3 zeros. 0.8, somebody.
8 over 10.
We can go 8 over 10. Somebody for the 0.25. 25 over 100. Somebody that last one.
375 over 1,000.
Okay, that's all true. Everything we said is true. But we're not done. Anybody a thought on why, even though everything we said is true, we're not done? This group. Yeah.
They're not reduced.
Yeah. How many of them are done? Some of them are done. Some of them are not done.
I think 429 and 71 are done.
Okay, 71 is done. There's nothing that can go into 71 other than 1 and 71. So there's no way we're going to reduce that. 429, there are a couple numbers that go into 429. 3 does. Somebody remind me of the check I taught you guys back a couple of days about 3. How can I just quick eyeball that and know 3 goes in?
There's a odd number at the end.
No, not necessarily. Anybody remember the quick check for 3 going into stuff?
It adds up to 15.
Yeah, add up the digits. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 9 is 15. Since 3 goes into 15, 3 has to go into that number. But that doesn't matter because can 3 go into 1,000?
Yes, but not even.
Not evenly. So that doesn't do us any good. How about 3/10? Can 3/10 reduce? No. So that one's done. But I'll add on another line to our recipe here. We need to reduce. Once we get that fraction set up, we need to reduce. So let's reduce this one. Who can go into 8 who also goes into 10?
2.
2. So divide those both by 2.
4 fifths.
4 fifths is best. This one you might know just from money, dealing with money in your life.
1/4.
It's 1/4. So 25 cents is a quarter. A quarter is a synonym for 1/4. If somebody tells you you have a quarter of something, it's 1 out of 4. 375 over 1,000 might take you a little bit. So can anybody think of some number that goes into those?
5.
5 does. If you take 5 in, you'll have to take 5 in again. But take a second, grab a scratch paper, piece of paper. Somebody reduce 375 over 1,000 down for a minute and let me know how it goes.
Is it 15 over 40?
That's getting close. Yeah. The first time you do 5s, you'd get 75 and 200. Then if you do 5 again, you'd get 15 and 40. But it can still go one more time.
3/8.
3/8 is the chance. Question about the first topic there. Second topic is we're going to read and write some decimal numbers. So if you go to read this, we're going to break out a word that last time when we read numbers, I told you not to say.
And.
Today I'm telling you to say it. Where does the and go?
For the decimal point?
Yeah, the decimal point becomes the word and. So when the homework, if the homework or a quiz asks you to read them, it's going to ask you actually to write them. You'd want to say, what would you say?
20 and 7.
And then we'll need one more word, but we'll say the 20. And I wouldn't care if you spell out the 20, T-W-E-N-T-Y, or if you just write 20 for 20. I'd want you to spell out the word and, because that's like the word of the day. 7, I don't care if you spell out the 7, S-E-V-E-N, or if you just write the digit at 7. But then what's my one more word I need? Tenths, because we'll need to talk about what place we're in. So T-E-N-T-H-S, tenths. Am I still on screen when I get that far? Can you tell if the word tenths is on there? Or do we need,
I think it might be like half.
do we need to nudge it a little bit maybe? Nudge that a little bit. Is it okay?
Yeah,
We're
you're.
good. So for this one, what will we say about this one?
29 and
29, which you could do by spelling or not,
and
spell.
14.
14, I don't care how you write 14.
Hundreds.
100. Okay, what did I do wrong on purpose? Anybody see what I did wrong on purpose?
You didn't add the D.
There's the D. I went on the big rant yesterday about the word hundred ends with a D. When we tack on the THS, don't lose the D. The same thing happens here with thousand has a D. When we attach the THS, even though maybe you don't hear it, it's still there. The question about from the number doing the words of it. And then math, if you haven't figured it out yet, pretty much everything in math you ever learn how to do forward, you're going to do backward. Everything you're going to learn in your math career, pretty much, you're going to go inside and out. So this last thing we'll do, I'll give you the wordy version, and then you give me the writing version. So if I say 6/10 and you write it, what's that going to look like? The decimal point and then immediately a 6, because the tenths place happens immediately after the decimal. 4 hundredths. And that's warm.
This .04.
We're going to not need that first part. We need to put 4 into the hundredths place. So we just need a decimal, and then the 04, like you said, spaces us over to the hundredths place. We have tenths, then hundredths. If I have, the only time we'll get a number before the decimal is if I drop the word and in there. So this one, since I dropped the word and in, we need something to the left of the decimal. We have 2 and 13 thousandths. How's that one gonna look?
You just put a 2 decimal
Yep.
and then
So the 2 and is 2 decimal. And then 13, the space over to the thousandths. How's that gonna happen?
you put a 0 and then 13.
0 and then 13. Because we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, we need the 13 at the back end, so we need to sneak that 0 into the middle. Instead of words, sometimes they'll do fraction versions. So 7/10 is just putting 7 in the tenths place. What's that gonna look like?
0.07.
Disagree.
0.7.
0.7. If we go 0.7, we're not in the tenths anymore. Where we'd end up? Hundreds. So remember, 10 means just use one position. 2 zeros, now we're going to use 2 positions. So 18 hundredths,
18.
just 0.18. 143 thousandths,
0.0143.
disagree. If there's 3 zeros, you just want to use 3 positions. 3 work? For your opinion? Second opinion?
0.143.
Just go straight 143. 11 thousandths, now we're going to need to drop 0 life in.
0.011.
0.11. We need 3 spaces filled because of the 3 zeros. 11 fills the last 2. We need to sneak a 0 in there. Then the last one of the day, 300ths.
0.3.
Close. Do the point, and then 3 needs to go into the hundredths. Where will the hundredths fall? First one, second one, third one? Second one. So what are we gonna need up first? A 0. So we'll go 0, then 3. That gets us where we wanna go. So we need 2 positions worth. 3 goes always at the back end. The number I give you goes at the back end. Squeak a 0 into the middle. Question about decimal play at all? So we're headed to a couple places. 81, we're gonna do some of the letters. There's a ton of letters on 81. We're just gonna do some of the letters on 81. 81 letters have A to F. What that does on A to F is it has you writing the fractions like what we practiced first. There's more letters there, but we're not doing them. 83, there's a lot of letters. We're going to do some of the letters. What the 83 letters have us doing on A to L, the A to L is going to be writing the words. They're going to give you a decimal. We're going to write the words. Then we're going to go to the back. In the back, there's a set N. What set N is going to do is all the other stuff. Set N is going to have you write all decimal answers. So the letters are all decimal problems, and you do stuff with it. Back to set N is all decimal answers that you're going to give from other circumstances. Anybody question about anything we're doing here with all this decimal life?